So if you live in a normal country, then you weigh things in grams and kilos. But if you live in England or America, then you weigh things in ounces and pounds. So, for example, 100 pounds is like this, 100 lbs. But why lbs? So, if you believe in astrology and horoscopes, then you will recognize this. This is the symbol for Libra. Why? Because Libra is a Latin word which means scales. And also, it was the verb to weigh something. This means that in the past, things were measured in libra pondo, or a pound of weight. Now, for some reason, the English decided to drop the libras when they were speaking, but to keep the libras when they were writing. So you can see here, 100 pounds of weight, 100 pounds, and also the money, 10 pounds. But look, it's an L for Libras. Hello and welcome to Canguro English. I'm Christian, and today we are going to talk about adjectives. Adjectives are really important. They describe things, nouns. They tell us how it looks, how it feels, how big it is, how the emotions of a thing. And if you can use adjectives better, if you can control your adjectives, then you can express yourself better, okay? And today I'm going to give you 2 tools to help improve your adjectives a lot, okay? So the first one is this. This is the feelings wheel, and this was designed by an English teacher called Caitlin Robbs. So in the middle of the wheel, we have all of the basic emotions, like angry, sad, happy. But then as we go out in the wheel, we have some more exciting adjectives, more interesting adjectives, to be more specific about exactly how happy or sad or disgusted you are. And this is something really good that you can print and use to introduce some new adjectives into your vocabulary. There's a link to download the adjective wheel down in the comments, okay? And the second tool is I am going to teach you about suffixes. So in English you have a word, okay? A word. And then if we add something to the beginning, it's called a prefix. And if we add something to the end, it's called a suffix. So I'm going to teach you about the adjective suffixes so that you can invent and create and understand more adjectives in English. Okay, so let's talk about adjective suffixes. So the first one I want to show you is very simple. It's Y. And basically you can put Y on any noun and create an adjective. Okay? Noun plus Y equals adjective. So for example, if there is a lot of sun, then we can say today is sunny. Or if there is a lot of wind, we can say that today is windy. Perfect. Now this is a very productive suffix, which means that even now people create new adjectives using the Y. And you can use this to create some crazy adjectives. Basically, any noun with a Y you can use. So imagine that you discover a new material. It's very similar to paper, but it's not paper. But it has a lot of the characteristics of paper. You could say it's papery. Imagine that your favorite band is Coldplay, okay? And one day you hear some music that's very similar to Coldplay. You can say, this music is very Coldplay. The next one is full, which means full of, lots of. For example, beautiful. It's a place or a thing full of beauty. And peaceful, full of peace, containing a lot of peace. So let's look at the next suffix, which is able. And remember that able is one form of the verb can. So that means that you can do this with the noun. So the noun is able to do this or give you this. It's possible the noun has the ability to produce this or do this. So a comfortable chair gives you comfort, makes you comfortable. A book which is very readable, you can read it. It's possible to read it. The next one is less. Without. Does not contain, does not have. For example, endless. His story was endless, without an end, with no end. Or motionless. No motion, completely still. The next one is ish. Ish means that something belongs to or has characteristics of something. For example, British. British is people from Britain, people belonging to Britain. Or maybe I can say that you are childish. You are not behaving like an adult. You are being childish. You're having the characteristics of a child. The next ones are if and active, which means things that have a tendency or a disposition for something. For example, active. You have a tendency to act a lot, to move and act and perform. You're very active. Or talkative. Yeah? You like to talk a lot. You have a disposition to talk. And creative. Okay? You want to create. Your tendency, your habit is to be creative, to create. The next one is eos and us. So this means that something has the nature of something, the personality, the behavior, okay, the nature, the essence. For example, dangerous. It contains the nature of danger, the essence of danger. Or famous. You are consisting of the nature of fame. And anxious, okay? Your nature, your personality is of anxiety. So the next one is ick. This means that something has some characteristics of, okay? Maybe not completely or entirely made of this or characterized by this, but contains some characteristics. For example, classic has elements of class. Heroic. Maybe part of you is a teacher, an English teacher, and the other part of you is a hero. You are heroic. or romantic. Sometimes I buy flowers for my wife, sometimes no. I have some characteristics of being romantic. And the final type is al or el. And this is to indicate that something is a type of something or in a category of something. So for example, musical. It's a type of something with music or related to music, or presidential. Maybe I do something which is very presidential. It's a characteristic, a type of presidential behavior. Or comical. Maybe you have a friend and he is very funny, okay, always making jokes. He's a comical person. He's in the category, he's a type of funny person, a type of comedy. Well, I hope that you found that interesting, and I hope that now you feel motivated to go out and experiment with adjectives and learn some new adjectives, because they help you to express yourself and to communicate. The most important thing. If you would like to see any more videos about the English language, then don't forget to subscribe. This is Canguro English. I'm Christian. I'll see you in the next class.